welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen, and today I have some really special friends with me today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So first of all, who's this?
Clara.
Clara. How old are you?
5.
You just had a birthday, didn't you? Yep. And who's this?
Samuel.
How old are you?
3.
3? All right, come over closer, James. There you go. Who's this big guy back here? Who are you?
My name is James. I am 7 years old.
7 years old. Show us your tooth. I love it when we lose teeth. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So, and there's one more in your family, right? But she can't talk yet. How old is the baby?
About 7 months.
Do you want to bring her over and poke her in the camera? You'll be able to see the screen. This is baby Ruth, and I love her because, of course, my name's Ellen Ruth. And meet Ruth. Look, Ruth, look. Look up here. Look. Hi, Ruth. Hi. All right, so that's number 4. So I love this family because they have 2 boys and 2 girls right now, which is what I had, but I'm sure they'll probably have more too, I hope. So anyway, Clara came today for her birthday, and she's going to be making some fun things with me, but I wanted you to meet her siblings. So now I'm going to turn the camera up, and we're going to get our stuff out so that we can get making some fun foaming bath sprinkles. That's what we're doing today.
Okay.
You got to pick out the scent, and then we're going to make it. All right, we'll be right back. So before Clara and I get to making our product today, she's going to help me fill up my soap pack. And I got this from Eco Soap Bank. That's where I got this. It's a scrap pack, and you put your old shavings and old bars or any messed up batches in this box, and then they ship it to a donation site, and they make new soap out of old soap. So Claire's going to help me put all of my soap shavings. If you've been watching the videos, you know my soap shaving bucket is getting very full. We're going to fill this box up today. So let's get the box set up, and I'll show you what we've got. And it comes with a shipping label. So after you fill up the box, I got the 10-pound box. After it's all filled up, I'll put this label on, and we will ship it off to the donation site. All right, so now we have to build this box. This is kind of like the ones I ship my soap in. When people order soap from me, I have to build boxes. Here, hold that for me. Do these. There we go. All right, now that goes there. All right, let's fold this up. Oops. Oh, we got it. Yay. All right, now we've got the box, and here is my big bucket of soap scraps. And let me get the lid off. You get to help me pour all of these in here. It's kind of heavy. Can you lift it?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Kind of move them around here. Yeah, spread them out so we can fit lots in here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to keep filling this box up until it's totally full, and then we'll ship it off. All right, we're back, and we are ready to get going with all of our ingredients here. So let me talk about what we're doing today with these bath bomb sprinkles. Not bath bomb, it's just bath sprinkles, because this is very similar to a bath bomb recipe, but the wonderful thing about it is you don't have to be so specific with your dry and wet ratio, because you're not trying to make it stick together in a bomb. So if it's a little loose or a little dry, it's all good. This is a very simple recipe. It's great to do with kids, and this would be a fabulous DIY Christmas present recipe. So I recommend you make this, try it, and maybe give it away as gifts. So here's what Clara picked out today. She had several scents to choose from, and she chose Energy, and this one is from Be Scented. I think it's a Bath & Body dupe. It's very citrusy and fresh smelling. It's a really good scent. So that's the scent she chose today. And for the colors, we're going to use Azure Blue from Wholesale Supplies Plus. That's the blue she picked out, and I was hoping she'd pick this one. I love this color. It's one of my favorites. And then along with that, we are going to split this into 2 batches and do 2 different colors and layer it up just so it looks really pretty in the jar. We have this French White Shimmer Mica. This is also from Wholesale Supplies Plus, just to put a little glitter sparkle in here, because this is kind of a winter theme. And so I have these little sugar pearls. I got these at Walmart in the bakery section. And they're just sugar, so it's like, you know, a sugar scrub or something. It's fine. They'll dissolve in your bathtub, but those kind of go along with the color scheme. So we'll put those on top of the jar just to make it really pretty when you open the jar up. So there's the ingredients we're using. Now let's get to measuring. And let me tell you, this has 16 ounces of baking soda is the main part, because, you know, bath bombs, baking soda. And then to make the foaming action, you need citric acid and SLSA. Well, because I didn't want Clara to have to deal, SLSA is a very fine powder. It can get airborne really easy and kind of make you cough, and we didn't want to do that. So what I have here is 8 ounces of citric acid with the SLSA pre-measured in there, and I mixed it in there so it's no longer going to puff up and irritate us and make us sneeze and everything. So that is already pre-measured. But now let's go ahead and measure out our baking soda. This is, try and lift that up. Yeah, that's a big bag of baking soda. All right, so now we need 16 ounces. So can you see in here good enough to measure?
Yeah.
All right, now I have this, look down here on the scale. Can you see the zeros?
Yeah.
We're gonna go up to 16. Do you know what that looks like?
No.
No? I'll tell you when we get there. James knows what it looks like. All right, so just start scooping, and it's going to take a little while because that's only 1 ounce right there. So we got to do that 16 times. All right, do you see a 12?
Yeah.
All right.
That's actually 40.
Oh, 15. Okay, we're getting close. So now, get a scoop and sprinkle real slow. Keep going. Getting really close. Do any more here? One more scoop. Oh, we did it. 16. That's a 1 and a 6 is 16. So we did it. So we've got 16 ounces. Sorry, getting in the frame here. 16 ounces of baking soda, and you saw it's very clumpy. Now, since this is for Clara, we're going to let her use her fingers in there. I have my gloves on to spare my nail polish, but we're going to go break these clumps up right now and just work them out and get a nice fine powder before we get moving on. Yeah, find all the chunks and just squeeze them and break them up. Good job. And kind of just sift your hands through any little bits you see. Break it up. All right, we have clump-free baking soda. Now we have to bring our scale back over, and we're going to measure the liquid portion. So, whoops, there we go. All right, let's talk about the liquid portion. What I like to do in this recipe is add a little bit of oil because it just feels really nice in the bathtub. It gives it a good skin feel. And of course, when you add oil and you have the mica color in there, you want Polysorbate 80, and that's your emulsifier. It's going to help the oil mix in with your bath water and not leave a mica ring around the tub. So I think Poly 80 is kind of important. If you leave it without oil or without mica, you don't need the Poly 80 if you're doing a super simple recipe. But anyway, this is the liquid portion. So let's talk about what we need. We need 1/2 ounce of any carrier oil you like. Today we're going to use sunflower oil because it's a nice light oil. You could use jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, MCT oil, you know, any liquid oil that you like. But today we're doing sunflower oil, so we need 1/2 ounce. Do you know what the number 5 looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pour this, and I want you to look where that middle zero is and tell me when that turns into a number 5. Did I go past it?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says 6.
6. It says 6, but we're okay. So, all right. I
Just
poured
makes a
too
little-
fast. Huh?
It just makes a little bit more.
There you go, just a little bit more. And now we need 1/2 ounce of the energy fragrance that Claire picked out. Sorry about that glare on here. Boy, oh boy. There we go. So now I really am going to go for the 5 because you don't want to overdo on your fragrance. So now look again and tell me when we hit a 5, and I'll pour a little slower.
Or maybe 4.
Yeah.
It says 3.
It says 3,
4. And now
4.
5.
Yay, we did it. We got 5. Okay. So we got our oil, we have our fragrance. Now we need the Polysorbate 80.
Do we
This-
need 5 still?
No, on this we need about 0.2 or 3. If we go a little more, that's okay too. I got this from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Get it in bulk. You can get much smaller containers on Amazon or several distributors, but that's what we're doing. So now I have to tear my scale out, which means turn it to zeros, and look for a number 2 on that middle number.
2.
Did we do it?
Yep.
2. All right, we did it. Now, what else do we have? Got the oil, got the poly, got the fragrance. Witch Hazel. Okay, so I ran out of my regular bottle of Witch Hazel, but I still had my spray bottle of Witch Hazel, so I'm just going to crack the top on this and measure. You can use any liquid of your choice. You could use water, rubbing alcohol. I like Witch Hazel. Hang on. I like Witch Hazel because it's really good for your skin. So with the Witch Hazel, we need 0.5 again, so I want you to look for the 5. And I'll pour slow. What does it say?
It says 4.
4.
5.
We did it. 5. Okay.
But there's 2 5s.
2 5s. That means 5. Yeah, that's okay. It still says
5,
5.
4.
We're good.
5.
Yep. It's like 5.5. Okay. So this is all the liquid we're going to use. And what we're going to do right now is get the scale out of the way. Are you ready to start mixing again? We're going to mix. Sorry. Let me come on down here. We're going to mix our liquid into the baking soda and get it fully incorporated in there before we add the citric acid, because we don't want to activate the citric acid. We want to save all the fizzy business for the bathtub. So it's really important to get this mixed in with your baking soda first. So let's go ahead and do that. It's kind of like kneading bread dough. Great. All right. All right. Clara has all of the baking soda and wet ingredients mixed really well, so there's no wet pockets. And now it's time to add the citric acid and the SLSA, and this is what makes a bath bomb or a bath fizzy go fizz in your bathtub. So, you want to dump it in there?
Yeah.
All right, let me just bop this, make sure we get it all. Dig in and start mixing. And rub it just like we did and get it as mixed as you can. So we're not going to measure this out by weight. I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball half the mixture over here, or you are. So grab a handful and put it over here. Let's see. Yeah, nice big scoop. And come on over quick. There you go. Let's do that one more time. Now let's see. Let's do it. One more scoop. That looks pretty good. What do you think? What do you think, James? Do those look pretty even?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now, what do you say we add the white to the white and the blue to the blue? Does that make sense? Okay. There's my trusty baby spoon. I've used this in my soap studio for years. It's my favorite soap tool, even though we're not making soap. Now let's see, we don't want that much. We want just about like that. Okay, and then tap it on the side of the bowl. Very good. And now, let's do about
a teeny tiny bit.
that same amount. Look how pretty that color is. Let's do the same amount. A little more. There. And tap it. Good job. Now I am going to let you use the spoon to stir these, just till it's incorporated, because your hands will come up blue if you just grab the blue mica. Looks good. All right, this one's fun to stir with. I'm going to let you do this in the blue. Come on over here. Have you ever worked with a whisk before?
No.
No? All right, so stir kind of slow at first until you get all that blue mixed in. Here, James, you want to stir that a little for me? There you go. And you can kind of see the color spreading out. Let me talk about what we've got here. Right now it's kind of damp, where you could make a bath bomb with that. And so what I suggest doing is spreading this out on a cookie sheet, and you can put it in a warm oven, like with just the light on, or if you have a warm setting, or you can just let it sit on a cookie sheet for several days. to dry out before we jar it up. Because if you put this in the jar right now, what's going to happen? It's going to turn into a solid bath bomb inside the jar because it's kind of wet. So we'll need to let this dry out before we jar it up. All right. So through the magic of YouTube, we are going to go ahead and jar this up right now, even though please do let it dry for several days, even a week or more if you want, before you jar it up. But Clara wants to take this home tonight and get a bath with it, and they will dry it out at home. Come on up here. We're not playing peekaboo. Ready? Are you ready to help me jar this? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's my jar, foaming bath sprinkles, and we're gonna layer it up in here. So what should go first, white or blue?
I think white.
White? Take the scoop.
Actually blue because
Blue? All right.
it's good to go.
So go ahead, take a scoop, and we're gonna put it in the jar. Let's do one more. You can see the scoop's already like blopping it up because this is a little bit moist. Okay, so you get your first layer in there, kind of tap it down. Okay, so there we go. Now let's scoop some white. All right, do another one. Very good. You can see it's starting to get the theme across. Let's do blue again. That looks really pretty. Now for the top. Do you like the snowflakes and the dots, or do you like both?
I like both.
You like both? Looking good. So what do you think? Can I put the rest of these on? Okay, so here it is. Isn't that just adorable? And there's the top that she decorated. Do you like it, Clara?
Yeah.
So this is going to foam and bubble. We'll give you a little example here in just a second, but there it is, a super simple DIY. The only thing to do different than I did today is let this dry out for a few days. Trust me on that. Let's get the lid on here. Do you know how to put a lid on?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. And there it is, ready to go. Okay, Clara, I want you to take a scoop of the white and a scoop of the blue and put it in our container, and we're going to give this a lather test. Or a fistful, that'll work. All right, we got it in there. And now I've got my whisk. Do you know how to pour the water real slow? All right, start pouring the water nice and slow. Look at that foam. Okay, stop. It's gonna grow, it'll outgrow this bucket, but if you can see, that just reached the top of this bucket. It is thick and foamy, and with the sunflower oil, it's gonna feel really nice on your skin, but it won't be like slippery dangerous in the tub because of the Poly 80. It's still growing. It's gonna like literally spill over the top. This is a fun recipe. I hope you give it a try. Here, let's let that bubble over while we talk. Come down here. We're going to say goodbye to everybody. Anyway, look at this. It's like foaming over the top. Isn't that awesome? And it smells great. You picked a good scent, didn't you? It smells really good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you give the recipe a try. If you do, please leave a comment down below. Have a wonderful day.